Hi, I'm Simon from Sailboat Britican, and we help people become safe, confident cruisers. And in today's video, you're going to find out what it's like when me and Dave, my new crew member, travel up from North Carolina to the boat and prep, and then the crew start coming on just before we leave to Bermuda, where we are now.
My name's Dave. I'm actually new to Britican. I've just arrived in the US, came into Raleigh, North Carolina a couple of nights ago. So I've been staying with Simon, Kim, Sienna and Grandma. So yeah, I just wanted to say hello. We're travelling up to Hampton, which is in Virginia, where the boat is at the moment. So we're currently on the motorway.
As you can see, the lovely Kim and Sienna are not with me. They're staying on land. We left them this morning.
Bye, be safe guys. And he's off. Bye.
We've got about 140 miles to go, and so we're going to be on the boat. Today is Monday, and we've got the rest of the crew coming at the weekend. Going to prep the boat and hopefully get going to Bermuda. But there is a bit of fly in the ointment because there is a tropical storm that's just started north of the Bahamas. That's not looking good for us to go across, but the lovely Julie, who has helped us come up this way when we came up from St. Martin, she's helping me weather route again, and she says there's a little weather window on Sunday. If not, it'll be Wednesday. So watch this space and we'll let you know how we get on. Hi, welcome to Britican. Right, so we got on yesterday, and after a long drive we just decided to go for a quick something to eat. We're up now, had our coffee, thank you, and we're just sorting stuff out now. We're putting away the food that we've got, we're putting all the snacks away, and eventually we're going to go out and buy some fresh stuff. But I looked at the weather today. We were hoping there was a weather window on Sunday. It's now looking maybe even 10 to 12 days before we can get out of here with the forecast it is today. So that is not good news. Last time I came up, I had no wind. This time I've got too much wind. When am I going to get it where it's just about right? Well, let's hope, fingers crossed, we'll see that.
I'm currently in a hotel. I've just walked 3 miles to get to some internet, still without internet. That's since the trees were basically chopped down the road and they took the line out. So I thought I'd come along and spend a bit of time just to catch up on some emails, but also spill the beans a little bit on what it's like to come and join Kim and Simon on board Britican. I've actually been here for 5 days now, and arrived Saturday night where we had a sat down family meal, which was very, very nice. I met Sienna and Barbara, or Barbs as she's known, who is Kim's mum. So yeah, had a wonderful meal, and the next day I was basically invited to the nephew of Simon and Kim to his 5th birthday party, which was lovely. Made me feel very, very welcome. Essentially, the guys have been absolutely fantastic since I arrived. I couldn't have felt more welcomed, very humbled by the whole sort of process. And then since then, actually traveling down on Monday morning, we've been on the boat, just Simon and I, and we've been getting on really, really well. Simon's a great guy, very funny. We've been doing lots of jobs around the boat, as you'll see in this video. So, but really just wanted to give you a bit of an insight into what it's like joining as a new crew member. And I tell you what, guys, it's absolutely fantastic. The boat is amazing, and the guys are just so friendly and welcoming.
Here I am doing one of my least favourite things about prepping for a passage is the food shopping. You need a good stock of food for a passage because food is very important and it keeps morale of the troops up. If you don't know what you're looking for, you can always ask someone that's done the passage before. So here I am trying to start it after 5 months. It's taking a bit of a time, but it eventually gets going. Yay! So now I'm taking it out for a little test spin, blow the cobwebs out.
So we're basically going to be doing a lot of cleaning up of the boat. It's been in the dry dock for a long time in the hard. So what we're going to do is basically start a bit of polishing. So we're going to start with the rails above me, and then we're going to move to put on the bimini. An essential part of boat maintenance is keeping everything clean and making sure it's free of dirt, build-up and corrosion. If we take a look at these rails, you can actually see there's a yucky substance which comprises of a build-up of dirt and glue. This actually comes off very easily with a product called Autosol, which we tend to use across all of the boat on the chrome and steel aspects. Once the boat is polished and sparkling, we then take a look at the mechanical aspects of the boat, including servicing the winches, where we take apart the inner workings, including bearings, cogs, and the motor itself to ensure that the mechanisms are working smoothly and freely.
See, there's one bearing
on this and was using, I don't know, some kind of...
fit out.
Each part of the winch is actually taken out, cleaned, dried and greased. Once all the components and the housing have been thoroughly cleaned,
Two more
it is
bearings in
reassembled
there,
and tested vigorously.
and 2 more bearings in there. As you notice, they're not...
After a bit more
nice
servicing on the
and
mechanical
weighted
side of things, the whole crew assembled on the foredeck to get the sails ready in preparation for our departure. The first sail up was the Jenica, which is the very first sail at the front of the boat. As the boat had been in storage for such a long time, we had to get it out the bag, unfurl it and get it in position, ready to attach the lines and feed it up the mast. Once attached, it is wound in Next up is the headsail or head sail, which is again unrolled, put in position and attached to the lines in order to be ready for raising once we have actually reached our point of sail. Beautiful. To keep this neat and tidy and in its place, we wrap it in sail ties and obviously get that tied up, ready and waiting for us to raise it when we're out at sea. When the sails are in place, the next thing to do is to feed the lines down the boat to the winches. This is done by running them through the various different pulleys and runners. They are then wrapped around the winches and safely tied on tightly. After everything had been made ready, we headed to the fuel dock and noticed that the sun was about to set, and we were due actually to leave at 10 o'clock that evening. However, due to the weather, as usual, we had to wait a little bit longer, so we ended up leaving at 11 o'clock the next morning. That evening we decided that we would actually go and find somewhere to eat. Obviously cooking on the boat wasn't going to be an option, as everything had to be ready for the voyage the next morning. So we took ourselves into East Mellon Street, Virginia, where we went to El Diablo Loco, which was a fantastic place, full of Mexican food and great fun. And we returned back to the boat to get a good night's sleep in order for the departure to Bermuda the next morning.
Give us a thumbs up and subscribe and find out what happens in the next video. See you soon, bye!